Yo, hello, Kara here. Welcome to my build and rotation guide for the new trial Shackles of Divinity. This one is coming next week with the launch of mod 31. We start off with the Buffood. I'm using a +1, Squash Soup, Prime Rib, and Sunlords. Also, Scroll of Fate Recovery. This one is optional, you don't actually need it. It's just a little bit of damage. If you don't have it, you don't have to buy it, it's okay. Then Invocation Blessing, and maybe for achievements you can also throw in the Diamond's Blessing. Those one, yeah, only for achievements and very important runs. Like this Buffood is pretty accessible. I tried to build it around accessible Buffood, and so you guys can copy it. Let's move on to the gear. We got the helmet from mod 29, as well as the chest from mod 29, mod 28 arms, mod 30 weapons. Then these ones come from the seal store. You can just buy them there for a couple of seals. We got the Masterwork set. It's still best in slot. I wouldn't replace it. It's super good. This one is a mod 30 ring. This one comes from Moondancer. Personally, I think the 75% stamina is perfectly fine. As you got some experience, you won't move that much, you don't have to shift that much, and you can keep this up like 99% of the time. Then we got mod 29 shirt. This one with cooldown reduction is super good, like I would barely drop it for anything. Super strong, very high uptime. Yeah, use it, it's good. And then last off we got the 9% crit save pants from mod 30. And also important to note, I got 1 point in Charisma and 5 points in Dex. That's enough Dex. So let's head over to the enchantments. I'm using 3 times Opal. It's power crit strike. We got 1 Jade, and for defense slots we got 4 garnets. There's actually a reason behind the garnets. In the new trial there is next to none combat advantage damage, except the small spheres are up. So defense is actually better than awareness. I would put more focus on that. Moving on, we got the usual stuff, Rage of Flames and Devil's Precision, Lightning Flash, Recharge bonus, and then it's up to your party or your host or whatever he says. You can use a primary artifact depending on your party's needs. Personally, I'm using Marco, and for secondary, Grace of Pelor, we got a new egg, and the Sensor artifact. Now moving on to the powers, we got Chilling Cloud and Magic Missile. Then I am running full damage. That means Icy Rays on top. Then we got Repel, Entangling, and Chill Strike. And for dailies, we almost always use Ice Knife. There's no point in running anything else. This is your main daily. For class features, you got some options. If you got another CW giving you Smolder with Crit Conflict or something else, you can also run Chilling Presence. That's like a 1 to 2% damage increase. This one is kind of a stable if you run full damage. And for example, in the second phase, down below at the Mythala, you can also swap in Crit Conflict to apply Smolder if you are not with the second or third CW that's giving you Smolder, so you can apply it yourself. Feats are still the same as usual for single target. It's down, up, down, up, down. So Rhymefire Weaving is a bit better than it states, only slightly, but yeah, you always want to use this one in single target. And then if you have to play a debuff, you can do something like this. You take Crit Conflict and Sword of Destruction instead of Oath of Imposition. Then you swap this and take Ray of Enfeeblement on top. This one is also like a bug, or I don't know, oversight. It states 10 seconds debuff, but it's only 4, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you play your rotation, it's only 4 seconds, so yeah, time it right and make use of it in the right way. We go over to the boons. We got 5 master boons. Those are very helpful in trials. I would always use those 5. Then we got Forte. We got action point gain, recharge speed, and then the usual offensive ones, some life, movement speed, and this one is actually pretty useful as well. Sometimes you get a heal over time on using your health stone. For stronghold buffs, I'm using power, defense, and of course revive sickness. Yeah, there's no point in changing anything over here, at least for this build. Moving over to companions, we got like any companion your team needs, up to your hoster or your setup. The usual stuff, we got Neverwinter Knight, Minsk, Batiri, and this one there are also other options. This is the Dark Dealer, and yeah, it's combat advantage and accuracy. And of course your Raptor. This is still a staple. Very good, a lot of power, gives a lot of room to build other stuff. For our companion equipment, combat advantage crit save, some Forte over here, some Forte over there. If your party needs debuffs, you should always play one. Like you can switch this one, that's 9% crit save, that's about 4% of your damage. Just switch it over to armor break, dulled senses, slot, or vulnerability. You always want these 4 debuffs on the boss, and it helps out the party a lot. Then we are moving over to mounts. I like to use Toadstool. It got a slight delay, like 2 seconds, and these 2 seconds help you out with hitting a higher demo stack. Like if your party is playing a demo artifact, you will make more use of this instead of like a golden touch, for example. This one is just combat advantage to fix the stats. For our Insignia bonuses, we go over to Cavalry's Haste. This is super strong. I would highly recommend it. It's also mandatory for this rotation I will show you. Then we got 1 Enchanter's Hex, 1 Tactician. If you got trouble with the rotation I will show you, you can also use 2 Tacticians instead of this one. Artificial's Enticement is kind of useful in the second article per phase. Otherwise, for the first article, you almost never need it. And this is just some stats. We got crit save on the colors. We got like whatever, rough astral diamonds, some movement speed, encounter power, and stamina gain. So over here you can see the infight stats. Everything is kept by a slight margin, so you don't waste any stats. We will roll the blessing, the invocation blessing, to accuracy. With the recovery scroll you can also cap your accuracy pretty easy. My party is running with 1 paladin at least, so we got a crit strike aura for 4% crit. And you can also see the companions on the left side. We have Porto, Tutor, Flapjack, Fire Eye, Minsk, and Adrian always up. Alright, now I will show you the rotation. This might take some practice, so I will show you the rotation first and then we will break it down. To break this down, we start the rotation with our artifact, then we go repel, and then it's very important that we go for an icy race really early, because we want it a second time within the article. So you got 2 icy rays, big magnitudes, big damage. So after the icy race we go for entangling, chill strike, and then we pop our old bear or mount, ice knife, and then you got your repel already up again. After that repel you have like 2-3 seconds to put some chilling clouds and magic missiles in, and after this you can cast your Entangling, Chill Strike, and Icy Race again. So this rotation is really tight. Yeah, you take like 9 to 9.5 seconds for the whole rotation. So if you got problems with this, if you struggle with this, you can, as I already told you, drop one Artificial's Enticement and add a second Tacticians, and then you will have an easier time to make this rotation happen. And over here you can also see we got our demo artifact always leading for about 3 to 4 seconds to give it some time to ramp up. Yeah, the overall time for a full stack of demo takes like 7 seconds. So we lead with demo for 3 seconds, then we pop everything else like arties and mounts from our supporters, and yeah, then we go for our rotation and drop our big damage at 6 stacks. Alright, that's pretty much it. If you got further questions, just let me know in the comments below. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the trial. Peace.